On guys, and welcome back. We're over here, we're picking up some parts for the blue Rx8, but we're checking out the Project Misfit while we're here. So if you guys, just a little recap. Cage is pretty much done. A few more bars. I'm gonna start getting those done once we get the blue Rx8 up and running, which should be very soon. And our turbo set up, Vino set up, all that good stuff. So, but yeah, that's pretty much it for now. And now we're right next to Zerix Miata, LS powered, all that fun stuff. But yeah, that's what we're doing for today. And then just gotta go pick up a few more things and for the other Rx8, and we're picking up some oil coolers. We're gonna upgrade the oil coolers while we're at it and run some new lines. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I think we're gonna run a stage 1 clutch with I think an ACT 13-pound flywheel. I think that's what we're gonna run. Just make it a little more street friendly instead of that carbon twin disc. I don't want to mess it up anymore. Running it on the street when we have it for a race car. So, but yeah, so that's where we're at right now, and I'll show you guys some more once we get the oil coolers in on the other car, and yeah, we'll see how it goes. Alright, so we got the motor back here, back from Kyle's. We're gonna start assembling everything. I painted the intake manifold already. Painted it white, thought it would look good. And then I also checked the oil injectors that Kyle told me to check out, and 3 of them were bad, 1 was still good. So I got new not new, but new used oil injectors that are still good. So we're gonna run those. I got a couple other things that we're gonna be doing, like the like a header, some new silicone hoses, and then we're gonna upgrade the oil cooling with some Mishimoto oil coolers that are from the old car. So a lot of the stuff is from the first time of us building it for the other car, and so we're just kind of reusing it on this car. So it's been a relatively cheap build. I mean, just some parts here and there, not a big deal. I really want to get rid of, or I really don't want to run the twin disc anymore. I kind of want to run the a stock or a stage 1 or OEM or stage 1 Rx8 clutch with like an ACT flywheel maybe, or maybe an Rx8 flywheel. We'll see what happens. But either one, we're working on it, and we're gonna start getting everything together. Alright guys, so we got the oil cooler mounted. I just used a stock OEM bracket, and then I made a plate. I think it was like 2-inch plate. Measured out the length of the oil cooler, drilled the holes in the bolt holes and everything for the oil cooler. So we got both those mounted up, and so now I'm just waiting on some oil line or some braided AN line and some fittings to show up, and then we can start making some new oil lines and stuff. Alright guys, so I decided not to get a flywheel right now. We just kind of want to get the car running and drivable. So what we're going to do is we're going to run this clutch and flywheel until probably right before we get on the dyno. Then we're going to swap it out and run ACT. I think it's like a 13-pound flywheel. So we're going to run that with an Rx8. It's either an OEM or a stage 1, but either one I really don't care right now. That'll work better than this. So I mean, not better than this, but it'll be cheaper. So we're gonna run that. I have ID 725 injectors just in case we need a little more on the top. All the OMP lines are done and torqued, along with all the vacuum lines and stuff for those. Got all the SSV and the other valves done, so we got that. So yeah, we're just trying to get everything done and hopefully in the car soon, and try to get it running for you guys. PS just delivered a package, and we're gonna see what's in here. So this is, I believe this is the oil line that we need, and the Phoenix Industry fittings. So we got some dash 10 nylon braided line. I think it was like 10 feet just in case we might need more. And then I got these fittings from Phoenix that'll go right into where the oil feed and return are. So I'm going to show you guys where those go in a second, but Phoenix Industries has some really nice fittings, so I like them. So I'm going to show you guys that and show you where they go right now. The Phoenix Industries AN-10 to M18 1.5 blues. So you need two of them to do this. So the first one is going to come down here where the factory feed line is. So this comes for that pressure out, and then the other one's going to be going right onto the oil filter pedestal. So this one goes right down in here. Let me get this wire out of the way here. Alright, now that's a little better. But yeah, so you just tighten it down. You use a wrench. They have special wrenches for it, or you can use like a crescent wrench, or I believe it's like a 21. But you can put some like electrical tape on it or something to kind of make it so it won't scar up the fittings at all. But yeah, so that's what we're going to use for right now, and then we're going to start making the lines once we get everything in the car. Alright guys, so I threw some electrical tape around the crescent wrench, so now what I'm going to do is just tighten it up. Not a whole, don't like really rip on it, but good amount, good snug. So I got that one done. And then I'm here for this one. But yeah, so that protects them from scarring up the fittings. I mean, it's better than spending, I think it's like a little over $100 or something like that, or $100 for all the wrenches or their AN crescent wrench or whatever. But it's just a quick, easy way if you need to get it done. I got the clutch all torqued down. We got the built-to Apex oil pan and the Turbo XS header on. So yeah, we're pretty much ready to drop it in. I mean, there's a couple little tiny things I got to throw in, but other than that, we're almost ready to go. Me and Brett, we got the motor in there. We didn't really show you guys any of that because we've already showed you that before, so it's kind of like a, keep repeating, boring stuff. So right now we got the old oil lines that I had made for the old car, but because I blew one of the oil coolers for the one of the oil coolers right before the dyno, I had to cut and shorten these up real quick so that way I at least had one oil cooler for the dyno. But now we got both on, so now I got some new line, and we're gonna make some new lines and put the fittings on, and hopefully make it work a lot better than it did before. Sorry, I'm a little sick. Just try to bear with me. But so we got the oil lines right here. We got the Mishimoto inline oil thermostat, and then all the fittings right over here for that. But me and Brett the other night, we kind of routed the line like we thought it would work, and just to kind of see if we needed any more fittings. So I ordered the fittings, which I think they should be here today. So we're gonna start routing or start making the new lines, and then once the fittings get here, then we can finish them up and show you guys how to do all that. Alright guys, so as I was saying before, we're waiting for the other fittings to come in. So these are it. This is really hard to do with one hand and not cut yourself. So we got fittings. So we got a couple of 45s from Phoenix Industries. I ordered these through, I think it's Quantum Fuels. We got some hose clamps to hold it in place. I think I got 3 45s, and then I got 190 somewhere in here. Yeah, here's the other 90. I just really like the Phoenix Industry fittings. I use them on the race car, and I've used these ones are I think the XRPs, but I really like the Phoenix Industries over the XRPs. So that's what we're going to be using on this car too. And I already got the oil thermostat mounted down here. You guys really can't see it right now, but yeah, I got it mounted down there. So, but yeah, we're gonna start running some lines. Alright guys, so now that we got the have the oil thermostat mounted, I put one of the fittings on already, and I'm gonna show you guys how to do the other side. But I already cut the line. I put some tape on the end so that way it doesn't fray a bunch when you cut it. I use a grinder with a cutting disc to cut it real quick, make it even. And instead of using like a crimping type plier or cutter, because I just don't like to crimp the lines like that. But you do need to clean these out after you finish them and everything, just to get all like any of the debris out or anything like that. So yeah, just a good little tip to do is make sure you clean the lines after you're done making them. Alright, so I know this is going to probably fray the line, but I'm going to take off the tape on the hose that I just cut. Okay, so didn't fray it that bad, but so now we got to get the part of the fitting on there. And this just takes, I mean, there's tools to do this to make it easier, but I just haven't bought one, and yeah, I just do it by hand. And sometimes if you're not paying attention to how deep the line is, it will prick you with the steel braid that's in the line. So you just kind of want to make sure you're not getting too far in there where it'll get you. Okay, so what you guys want to do is kind of butt it up to the end of the threads. I don't know if you guys could see that. So you want to get it up to there, because there's little barbs on the inside of this that'll hold onto the hose. So I put a little WD-40 on the inside, and then also on the fitting that's going to go into the hose. And then I take this side, slide it into the hose, and then get it started on the threads. And then I take my 2 crescent wrenches with the electrical tape on it, so that way you don't screw up the fittings like I've done on this one previously, because I didn't really know what I was doing at the time, but I've learned over the years how to do it properly. Well, not properly, but an easier way to do it without you know, the Allen or the aluminum wrenches and stuff like that. And I know there's an easier way to do this, like putting a vise with the you know, special holder that goes into those. And now we have our first line done and ready to go to put it on the car. Alright guys, so me and Brett had worked on the car last night a little bit, and we got the lines done for the front part for the oil coolers. So we ran this line. It clears the headlight a little bit, and then we got it mounted with some hose clamps, and then there's a nut cert with the Allen fitting or Allen bolt. So we got it routed all along here, tucks back under there, and then we cut a little hole for the line to go back through and under. Then it routes back under here, runs along here, and goes into our oil thermostat housing right here. I'm gonna probably get a 120 fitting for this, or 120 degree fitting for this, because the 90 is hitting the fan. So we're gonna probably wrap it around, back more under there and do it that way. And then I need to order some more hose because I need to still run the feed and return lines, and I don't have hose for that right now. So right now, we're kind of on a hold, so I'm gonna make this a 2-part video. I'm gonna finish up the rest of this, and I'll put that in the next video, and then along with installing our AFR gauge and our new fuel pump. Well, it's not a new fuel pump, it's the fuel pump out of the old car that I use for this motor. And then along with the Adaptronic, and we're going to put all that together and fire it up. So that'll be in the next video, but for right now, I'm going to, end this video. And so thank you guys very much. Thanks for watching, and take it easy.